Hey there everybody, welcome back to another one of my budgeting videos. This is going to be one about savings challenges. Now I'm fairly certain that I mentioned in my 2025 budget setup video about doing a savings challenge this year, but my memory is not so great. So maybe I just imagined I said that and I didn't. So my apologies if you watched that video and some of the things that I say here are repeat information. I just don't want to not say something at all and then have people just be confused. To start with, I do know that there are some people out there in the budgeting world who think that when you're paying down debt, you really shouldn't be doing anything else. Like all focus is on the debt payoff and you don't do things like savings challenges or vacations or movies or like anything. There's different levels of extreme with that, and I get that. I totally understand the idea behind having the sole focus to such a degree on paying off the debt that you're not funneling any other money into anything else. But hear me out. The house that I live in, I rent the basement suite, and the owner has the house up for sale. It could sell at any moment in time, and I have no say over it. They have viewings on the weekends, people come by, I can't be in here while they come by, and like they look, at some point, either somebody will buy it or the owner's going to get fed up and take it off the market. I don't know which it will be. So I have to go on the assumption that at some point, it will get sold, and I will have from the point of sale roughly 3 months to get my butt out of here. I don't have money to move, and moving is ridiculously expensive. I can't actually even afford to move anywhere, so that's like a whole separate problem that I'm dealing with is where do I go when I'm already paying my max amount of rent and everywhere else is more expensive. But that is a problem for future me, and you'll probably hear me panicking on a video somewhere later in the year about that. But for now, I am going to do savings challenges to the best of my ability in my budget so that the money, instead of like saving up to put it into long-term savings or saving up for something fun, the savings money that I manage to put into these savings challenges is going to be going towards moving expenses. For all I know, the house sells tomorrow, and in 3 months I'm out of here. I can't save up that much in 3 months, but anything that I can save up in preparation for the impending move will be helpful. Like any amount will be helpful. Moving is so expensive. So normally I would not buy savings challenge trackers, especially when I'm on such a tight budget. I'm well aware of the ridiculousness of spending money on something like this to then save money. And I wasn't going to, I was going to make my own, but I bought my cat a bed as an adorable little tent on the Boxing Week sales. It was a planned expense. I already had it in the budget. Well, the specific tent wasn't in the budget. No, I'm making it sound like I went crazy with the spending. I did not. Buying the cat a new bed was in the budget. It just turned out to be an adorable little tent, and he loves it. I love it. So we're all very happy. But I bought it off of a website where you have to spend a minimum amount of money for them to ship your items. And because the bed was on such a good sale, I wasn't at the $35 minimum. So I was adding a couple kind of bits and bobs in, just things that for the most part were practical, but weren't things that I would have necessarily bought in that moment. But I was very careful to only get myself to that $35, not go crazy and buy a whole bunch of extra stuff. And when I was sort of looking for things on the website to buy, these came up. A lot of budgeting stuff came up, actually. I'm assuming because of the time of year it is, and a lot of people are into budgeting, and so the algorithm knows. The algorithms always know. So it came up with this, and I was looking at it, and they were basically, some of them were what I was already thinking about doing anyways, and I thought, well, for like $3 and change, I'll buy these, and then that gets me to my $35 minimum, and then I can buy the bed for the cat, and then I'm not having to make them. I was fine with the idea of making them, but I mean, it is what it is. So I spent money to track my savings challenges. Please don't come for me. Now, I was specifically researching before purchasing these savings challenges for low income because I don't have a lot of money. We all know this, and I need to be realistic about how much I can actually invest in any sort of a savings challenge. And the thing is, I don't have a deadline or a time frame or anything for this. So I could start and in 3 weeks I could be told that I'm moving, or I could start and the house never sells and I go for a full year. I really don't know. So it's sort of, we're just gonna see what happens. Because I don't have any kind of idea for how long I can actually do this for, but before the house sells, I've decided just personally, I'm going to take away the 52 weeks and the 26 weeks savings challenges. So the 52 weeks, you save up to you save $1,300. The 26, you save $702, both completely valid. There's a different version of the 52-week savings challenge where, like, in week 1 you save $1, in week 2 you save $2, and whatever number of week of the year we're in, that's the corresponding amount to how much you're savings. And by the end, it's over $1,300, but I can't remember the total amount off the top of my head. You could, if you wanted to, because I've done that one in the past, it actually just averages out that if you put away $53 bi-weekly, same amount, and then it's just a solid same amount you can plug into your budget every single payday, and you're not having to like scramble some weeks or some paydays to find a large amount, whereas other ones you just put in like a couple bucks. That was how I did it. I really liked it. I actually really liked that challenge, and I made my own tracker for that. So this one is a slightly different version because it's just $10, $20, $30, and $40 amounts that you're checking off over the span of 52 weeks to get to $1,300. But since I don't think I'm going to have 52 weeks, I'm going to save this one. And then the 26-week one, I'm kind of thinking the same thing, like, because I don't have time frames at all. I don't know. To me, it just makes sense to sort of focus on the other ones instead. So the 2 weeks you would save, or 26 weeks, sorry, you would save $702. So that one I'm also going to put to the side. Now, the 100 envelope challenge was really popular the other year, and I actually really wanted to do it, but I couldn't afford to. And so I was slowly, oh so slowly, when things were on very good sales or I could get a discount or something, buying things to create my own version of a tracking system for the envelope, the 100 envelope system. Because a lot of people were doing them like in like those binders with like the little pockets and stuffing the cash in there. And I didn't want to do that, but I had something different with, I don't know. I'll create it one day and I'll show it to you. So like, these all came in a set, just so you know. So I'm not just like, I bought these ones individually and now I'm just not using them. They all came together. So they do have their own version of a 100 envelope savings challenge that'll get you up to $5,050. Mostly I'm not doing this one only because if I do the 100 envelope savings challenge, I want to do it using my own tracking system that I was already working on. I know, but just roll with me. So those 3 are out, which leaves me all of these ones. So this is a 30-day savings challenge tracker. It can save you $465. I do not believe that I could do this in 30 days, but I think that I could stretch it out. Wait, I need a calculator. That's not right. So if I tried to do it over the span of 3 months, it would be $155 being put aside roughly every month. I don't know. I couldn't do it in 30 days. I would have to spread it out. So maybe. But where I think I'm really going to thrive are these ones. So they're all the same, only with a different money amount. So this one, for example, $30 saving challenge. So it just means that you're putting $30 away each time. And by the time you have them all checked off, you've saved $900. But there's no time frame for these ones. So I'm leaning towards a combination of these where I might take out the $1 one because I don't know, it just seems really small. And I'm actually thinking I might take out the 30 because sort of take out the extreme outliers on both ends and then work with the middle ones. Clearly, I'm not fully solidified my plan yet, but I'm getting there. But so my idea is kind of just have them all as options, do my budget on payday, see how much money, if any, I have left over after I've paid for everything and I've put money onto debt and I've done all the things that my money needs to do, and then just see what is left. And whatever is left, make it work on one of these trackers. I don't know. I mean, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm wondering if you're all thinking I'm being a little bit loopy, but to me it makes sense. I've seen other people who do multiple ones at a time and they kind of like roll a dice or do something like that, or they scratch a little card and that's how it gets decided how much they're putting into which one. I'm really thinking I'm just going to do it based on how much money I have left over in the budget and how it best fits on these cards. Now, one thing is you're not going to see actual cash because, as you know, I don't budget in cash except for some of the money for Striker. I do all of my actual budgeting digitally. So I am going to say when I do my paycheck or do my budget this coming Friday, say I have enough money to put 30 bucks over, I'm going to color in one of these and I'll write it down on the back because, oh, I forgot to show you. Sorry, there's trackers on the back for like the date. I don't really know that I need a description because it's all the same thing. And then the amount and a running balance, which I do like that. So I'll track it on the back for the date, and I'm actually going to be moving the money over immediately into a high interest savings account that I have with Wealthsimple. I have done budgeting stuff with them for a long time. It's where I put like my long interest, that's not the right word, my high interest long-term savings. There we go. I move it over there. So that's what I'm going to do, is whatever amount that fits in whatever combination of these that I have when I work on my budget, I will move over, and then I'll track it on whatever combination of these it is needed. So maybe I can do like 35, so I do like a 30 and then a 5, or maybe I do 3 10s, and do you know what I mean? It can be whatever combination I want to. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll move the money over digitally. Because the trackers have the thing at the back, I'll be able to easily see how much in total went over. And then everything that gets moved over there that is part of any of these challenges is all going to be for the inevitable moving expenses. So that is my plan for the savings challenges that I'm going to be doing in 2025. Would I have liked to be doing one that was geared more towards saving up for something fun or just saving up to be saving up? Yes, absolutely. But I'm not there in my budget. And honestly, if the house hadn't gone up for sale, I don't know that I would be doing any of these at all, because I really would be following the idea of putting every little extra bit of money onto my line of credit to get it paid off faster. But there's a very large expense with moving that I cannot control the fact that it's going to happen. So all I can really do is be as prepared as possible. And I thought, why not try to make it a little bit fun while also preparing? Because if I don't make it fun, it's just going to be stress. And stress is no good. We don't need stress. We need fun. So this is how I'm going to make saving up for the move fun, by doing combinations of these. So you will see them in the budgeting videos going throughout the year up until the move happens. And then after that, well, I guess we'll see what my finances are like, won't we? But yeah, so this is my plan. I'm very curious about all of you. If you're doing savings challenges, if so, are you doing them for something fun that you're saving up for, or just as like a because? I know some people do them just as an automatic, it's a new year, new savings challenge. And I get that. I used to be that person because I used to have enough extra money to be that person. Not like I was loaded. I just lived somewhere that was really, really bad and had rent to match the level of badness. So I had more money in my spending side because my rent was so low, but I was also living with like biting spider infestations and freezing cold temperatures because I had no control over the heat. So, you know, give and take. It's all give and take. Yeah, anyways, that went on a tangent. I did not intend it to. I would love to hear about any savings challenges you're doing, if you created your own tracking system for them, or if you bought something like this. Oh, I should say before I forget, it came with multiples of all of these. So there's, I think, 4 of every one, which is great, because then, you know, maybe once the move happens, and so these ones have been filled up to like that point, I might just keep them off to the side as like a, I don't know, because like they're specific for like that one thing. And then I might start like a next batch. We'll see. These are them. Savings trackers, the ones I'm using, the ones I'm not going to be using yet, but I will keep because I paid good money for them. So one day I will use them. And please share, if you are so inclined, what savings challenges you're doing for the year, how you track them, things like that. I would absolutely love to hear it. Thank you very much for sticking around for one of my videos. I very much appreciate it. I will talk to you in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.